Now we'll see one another program by using nested loop. In this program, we are going to print following pattern. It's a star, triangle of star here. Here also we require two loops. One loop which will count row number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one another nested loop which will actually print star. So see how we can write down this code. Once again, we will enter number of rows from keyboard. And there will be one loop which starts from, even we can start it from 0 also. So write down this range function only with n. So just check how we are using this n here, I here. So this is a triangle of star. Suppose say for given number of rows. So here we are counting, this is our first row, this is our second row, this is our third row, and this is our fourth row. We are starting it from 0. So this is a value of I. This is a value of I in our case. Under consideration n is 4. Now we need one another loop which actually prints this star. So how many stars we want to print? So if value of I 1, then we want to print 2 stars. If it is 2, then we want to print 3 stars. Means stars will be I plus 1. Stars will be I plus 1. So here we are writing another loop for j in range I plus 1. So this loop works for I times. And here we are actually printing this star with one space. Now see, print function prints everything on a new line. Here we want to print the stars on a single line. So that's why we are using help of this add value. And here we are keeping it as a single character only, space only. Okay. Now this loop will print stars in one line, and this loop will count row number here. So once we print stars on one line, next time we want to go for a next line here. So that's why after this loop we are calling print function once again. So it will move your cursor to next line, and next time stars will be get printed on new line here. You run this code, enter number of rows here, you will get triangle of star like this. Okay, so this is regarding with nested loops. Writing loop inside another loop is known as a nested loop. We can write while loop inside for loop or for loop inside while loop, and we can do it for any number of times. That will be considered as a nested loop here. Okay, so this is regarding with loops. See once again what we have seen in case of loops. Loops we have seen it is used for repeating specific code for number of times here. Two loops are there in Python, while loop and for loop. While loop works until a respective condition is true. For loop mostly used to follow a sequence. Okay, in case of for loop we can use this range function to create a sequence. Then we seen these two statements, break statement and continue statement, to alter the flow of our loop. Then loop can even come with else clause also, which will get executed if your loop doesn't break in between. Finally, we've seen some examples using nested loop. That's the end about your control statements. You have seen two control statements, decision control statement, that is if else, and loops.